Hill Country, and you're listening to Eat, Play, Live with me, Andi P, the show that's chasing dreams and crushing goals. My goal here is to help you live a healthier, happier, more balanced life. And our focus for this year has been learning to love ourselves unconditionally, no matter what age or stage you are in. Yes, you're not too young nor too old to love yourself unconditionally for everything you are and have been created to be. And so I was thinking about all the ages and stages, and I have to tell you that I did this photo shoot last weekend, and I do these every so often, maybe, I don't know, every few years to kind of track my progress through the whole weight loss into fitness transformation. And I'll put those on Facebook and for better or for worse, kind of put it all out there. But I like the idea of inspiring people through the journey, right? That is what it's all about, because we're all on this journey. But when I do one of these photo shoots, I tell the makeup artist and I tell the photographer that whatever you do, make me look younger and thinner. Those are my only requirements. So we've got that set. Yeah. And thanks to modern technology, it can be done. It can be done. So, don't believe everything you see on magazines or on my Facebook, because chances are it has been retouched. I'm not going to lie. We are going to fix a couple of things. That's all right. Do what we got to do. We don't have a filter to wear in life. So we'll add our own. But there are ways that you can look and feel younger and potentially thinner if you do a few things. So I thought I'd go ahead and throw out a couple of tips to help you to look and feel younger right now. First was a little surprising. Friends. Do stuff with your friends. You will feel younger. If you have friends like I have friends, they will definitely make you feel younger. Isn't it amazing the ridiculous things you do when surrounded by certain people? Yeah, we love those people. Those are the kind of friends that make you feel like a kid again, and there's nothing like it. Something else you can do to help you feel younger is to get artsy. Do something creative. Even if you think you're completely not creative, there are things you can do. Try painting or drawing. I sometimes color in coloring books, and I know I'm still coloring between the lines, but I'm feeling, no, it's not creative. I'm picking the colors. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't count. I don't know, but maybe acting, try out for a play, dance, do some kind of design, maybe, landscape design, or redesign your house. I don't know. There are a lot of different things you can do to unleash that creativity, and it will help you feel younger. Exercise. Yeah, you knew I was going to tell you to exercise. I always do, but it's true. It will help you look and feel younger. The key is to get at least 2.5 hours of something that's going to increase your heart rate every week. It could just walking, but walking in a way that increases your heart rate. You've got to get that heart rate up. And then also muscle strengthening is so important. As we get older, we need our muscles to be strong. I mean, you want to do stuff and you got to be strong enough to do it. Plus, it combats osteoporosis and all those icky things that we don't want to deal with, because dealing with all that makes us feel older. And no, exercise. Look better, feel better, think better. It actually helps your brain work better. So that's kind of a triple win. Next, wear sunscreen. I know that seems like a weird thing to talk about in November, right? During the summer, of course, we're putting on our sunscreen. We know we're going to be playing outside in the sun. You feel it beating down. But the sun is still shining in the winter, I promise. Not at 6:06 because apparently, now we need to be in complete and utter darkness by 6 o'clock in the evening. Sorry, I'm not a fan of the time change. I'm just not. However, during the daylight hours, we should be wearing sunscreen. I know many of us believe that we look better tan. Something about being tan it just seems like it makes everything look better. But you can still get a tan while wearing sunscreen. I know it takes longer and we love the instant gratification, but take my word for it, you will look a lot younger if you don't have all that sun damage going on with your skin. It damages your skin, it causes wrinkles, it causes age spots, and it can cause skin cancer, which obviously we know is also not a good thing. I do want to recommend that wearing sunscreen, you want to find one that is made with natural ingredients, no toxic ingredients. So I went online because I was going to help you out and list out the toxic ingredients, but I cannot pronounce most of those. And I know you're not sitting there writing them down anyway. I'm just going to guess that you're not. So I put a link on my Facebook, eatplaylive.andy, that lists out the toxic ingredients that you should avoid and gives some tips for types of sunscreen that are a better choice so that you're getting all the protection you need without adding more toxins, because that sort of defeats the whole purpose, right? All right. We're talking about ways to look and feel younger. And next up is learn something new. You feel really young. You feel like you're back in school when you're trying to learn something new, right? And then you realize how hard it is to learn new things. What is it as we get older that it gets harder and harder to learn anything new? But it really does boost your brain power to learn something new. And as an added bonus, if you do something like maybe take a dance class where you're learning something new and you're moving your body in a new way, well, that's a double whammy, actually a triple whammy, because you're also socializing. So you're probably with friends. And if they're not old friends, they're new friends. And there you go. You are learning, you are moving, and you are socializing. And all those things are going to help keep you younger. Next up, brush and floss your teeth every day. I know, that's a crazy thing to think. Why does that make you look younger? Well, having teeth really helps you look younger. I promise. Because you see people that don't have teeth, they look older, right? It's just a thing. So having a great smile makes you look younger, makes you look happier, more approachable, and also the whole flossing thing is preventing gum disease, which is a very real thing. So I'm happy to report my last dentist appointment. They said that I have the teeth of like a 17-year-old, so I'd like to thank my mother for great genetics and for taking me to the dentist as a child. If you have children, take them to the dentist. A lot of parents put that off and they don't realize how important it is. You think, oh, they're baby teeth, they'll fall out anyway. Take them to the dentist. Yeah, it sets them up for life. For a lifetime of a healthy mouth. And that's very, very important. That's weird. I didn't expect to go on a medical tooth tangent, but just so you know. And then the last tip for looking and feeling younger, don't smoke. If you do smoke, quit. For one thing, how can you afford to smoke anymore? It is outrageous how much cigarettes cost. It's unbelievable. But also it gives you all those little wrinkles around your mouth and it's not pretty. It doesn't make you look pretty and it doesn't make you look younger. So cut all that out and let's do our best to fight aging gravity with everything we have. Now that we're all set to look younger and thinner, let's do something that generally accomplishes the opposite of that, making us feel younger. Gathering with family for Thanksgiving. Yeah, here we go into the season of family gatherings and all that comes with that. So since this is Eat, Play, Live, we're going to start with eat. And of course, with Thanksgiving coming up 1 week from today, let's talk about a few strategies to avoid overeating. eating. These are some strategies that I learned as a Weight Watchers lifetime member and also an instructor at one point. So a lot of strategies, the thing I like, and I'm not trying to give an ad for Weight Watchers, but it worked for me a long time ago. The weight has stayed off. They are the things that I learned in that process have stuck with me. So if I feel the weight starting to sneak back in, as it will do, I have strategies. I have go-tos that I know they're just ingrained. Write it down. I tell you this all the time. This is where it came from. Write it down. So for Thanksgiving, strategies to avoid overeating. First of all, eat breakfast. When you get up Thanksgiving morning, I think a lot of people figure, oh, okay, well, I'm going to be eating all this food in just a few hours. I'm going to skip breakfast and skip those calories and just save it all for that. Well, you're setting yourself up to overeat because you're hungry by the time you get there. And if you're gathering with family, the food's probably going to take longer than you expected, and you really will be so hungry. So eat breakfast. Even if it's just a light breakfast, it will give you some energy for the day, and it will keep you from going into that big meal absolutely starving. Another trick, drink water before, drink water all day long, but drink water before you sit down to Thanksgiving dinner, and that will help. A lot of times we think we're hungry when we're actually thirsty. So if you go ahead, have some water beforehand, make sure it's not thirst that you're feeling, and then you can partake in this wonderful meal. If you have any say over the place settings, use smaller plates. It makes such a big difference. Use a smaller plate. You can fill it more than once if you need to, but you don't have to, and you don't feel like that need to fill it up, right? I mean, it'll get filled up and you're not eating so much food. And speaking of eating so much food, do not eat food just to be polite. Okay? Aunt Mary brought her famous fruitcake and you hate it because everybody does, but you eat it because you don't want to hurt her feelings. Really? I'm sorry, but food should not be tied to people's feelings. What do they care what you eat and what you don't eat? So I just say, if you've got some goals and you are trying to avoid certain foods and somebody brings that at Thanksgiving, you just let them know that it doesn't fit in my plan right now. I love that you brought it. I'm glad that everybody else gets to enjoy it, but I'm going to have to skip it this year. And if they don't understand that, that's on them. It's not your responsibility to make everybody else feel good all the time. Okay, did you hear that? I'm going to repeat that. It is not your responsibility to make everyone else feel good all the time. Don't add calories for their benefit. No, you're only hurting yourself. Okay, so back to the food. Everything you want to try it. This is Thanksgiving. Small amounts. Take a small amount of everything that you want to try, and then if you feel like you need to go back for seconds, just get seconds of what you really love. Enjoy what you enjoy. Don't just eat just to be eating, okay? Slow down. Enjoy it. Talk to one another. No phones at the table. This is a special occasion. No phones at the table, people, during Thanksgiving. Let's pay attention. Let's be present in who we're with and what we're doing and why and what we're thankful, and just slow down and enjoy, and you'll find that you actually don't eat nearly as much because you get full. You realize you're full. If you're hurrying and you're eating really fast, your body doesn't even have time to figure out how full you are. And you've done this before, right? Where you finish and then 10, 20 minutes later, you're like, oh, I way overdid it. Well, yeah, you didn't give your body a chance to even realize everything that was coming. Then, before dessert, go take a walk. Again, give your body a chance to totally absorb what's just happened. you may not even want dessert, or you may wait longer before you have dessert. But at the very least, it helps spread that out and I don't know. To me, it's part of it. I have amazing memories of being with my family at Thanksgiving and the walks that we would take together. We don't do that really any other day. Okay, we ate, let's all go for a walk. We don't really do that, but we always did that on Thanksgiving. So I have a couple of dessert ideas because I think sugar is it's more addictive than heroin. It's bad for us. It is what cancer loves. It helps it grow. And there's really no reason to have sugar in your diet. So I'm so over the top with that. But, if I don't just tell you how it is, I know you. So here are a couple of Thanksgiving desserts that don't have a lot of sugar. So if you want to bring those in, berries and cream. Still very holiday, very pretty. Berries, any kind of berry that you like. Berries are sweet and juicy. They're low in calories. They also have a lot of heart-healthy nutrients. Talking blueberries, raspberries. Blueberries always come up on my list of healthiest things for whatever it is. Blueberries seem like they always make the list. They have antioxidants, fiber, and you can even dress them up with a dollop of whipped cream or Greek yogurt. And, okay, that's going to add 20 to 50 calories, but little to no sugar. All right, the next thing is an oat apple crisp. If you're in the mood for apple pie, but you don't want all the sugar, this is a warm, gooey treat that's going to hit the spot. You can look for recipes that use more oats, nuts, fruit, less white flour, less sugar, less butter. I will research some of these recipes and I will put them on my Facebook page, eatplaylive.andy, so that you can, I'm just going to try to take the work out of it for you and help you out here. All right. So baking the apples brings out their natural sweetness. Oats and nuts add fiber, healthy fats. There is a way. Personally, I think the apple crisp is better than apple pie. I know, sue me, but I think it's better. And then one last idea is a poached pear. Have you ever poached a pear? Well, to poach something is to simmer it gently in some liquid. So you can do pears in lemon water, apple juice, red wine. Hey, anytime you can cook with wine, it's a win. Many other liquids. It's a simple but elegant, healthy dessert. So one poached pear can have around 100 calories, and then you can serve it with a little bit of the poaching liquid, and it will be amazing. And maybe something that you haven't ever brought to Thanksgiving or a family dinner before that might just be your new thing, might be a win. All right. So as we go through the holidays here, we've got the eating. Let's keep this season playful if we want to enjoy it. Keep that youthful exuberance that we have for the holiday seasons. Then we've got to play. Cannot let busyness replace actual physical activity. Being busy is not the same as being active. Okay, so go ahead, get up, get that workout in before you hit your to-do list. Otherwise, it's going to get knocked right off of there. Mindset is everything. What do you want the holidays to look like? How do you want to remember 2022? Set your intentions now. And when your mind is right, I have to admit, and I can't believe I'm admitting this on this radio station, because I was yelling from my car at the person who's programming the music because I heard a Christmas song the other day and I was not mentally prepared for that. And I was yelling, no, not yet, not yet. Well, it occurred to me, it's time to get my mind right and wrap my head around the fact that the holidays are indeed here and it's time to embrace it. Okay. So set your mind and get ready to enjoy the next, 6 weeks? Because this is, for a lot of people, their very favorite time of year. So don't you be the Grinch or the Scrooge that just messes it all up. Find fun ways to make active memories. This can be as a Christmas gift or just something you do as you gather with friends and family, but think of active things you can do. Don't just gather and sit and eat and drink. Maybe, you know what I did one year? A group of us, our whole family went and did iFly, which you can find that in any of the major cities around us. And it's like skydiving, and it's just wind blowing you up. So you get to feel what it feels like to skydive. That was cool, kind of an active thing. You can, if you're brave, you can go group roller skating. If you shouldn't, don't. I don't want you to fall and hurt yourself and blame me, but group roller skating can be a really fun thing to do. Go dancing, go hiking. Maybe there's a project, there's something you need to build or clean out your shed or your garage. Make it fun. Paint. You know, you've heard of painting parties. Get people together and do something. Whatever it is you think of, maybe you have much better ideas than I do. You could message me and give me ideas of fun group active things that you could do when everybody's getting together over the holidays. Maybe play a game that's active. How about Twister? When's the last time you played